which means your rollover, you have no structural strength if you roll your vehicle over. Your airbag, your passenger airbag will not deploy correctly, so the passenger will not have the luxury of the airbag if you get in an accident head on. The windshield is a big component in the structural integrity of your vehicle.
I don't realize actually how important it is beyond the obvious.
Yeah.
But it can have a lot of implications if it's not installed correctly.
Bottom there, why it was so difficult, that's where the seam is for the glue. That's where the joint is, so there's the most amount of glue right there. That's why it was so difficult to get the tool through there and cut through it.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. What's the worst one you've ever seen?
I've seen lots. Mostly the number one thing we see, or the most common thing we see, is improper preparation. Usually the part's glued correctly and laid in the vehicle correctly, but the prep work hasn't done properly, so the glue doesn't bond to the glass. So what happens is, if the vehicle's got screw-on side moldings or clip-in side moldings, quite often the side moldings are the only thing holding the windshield in. So you take the side moldings off and you can literally push the windshield out. You don't even have to cut it.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
And these are things you would never even see unless it was brought to your attention.
Yeah. Pretty much anybody possesses the ability to lay a windshield in and make it look proper. You can drive away and have the vehicle look proper to the naked eye, right? It's the underneath stuff that's important. The stuff that you can't see.
And the stuff that's potentially life-saving,
Yes.
The little details like that. All right, so now what you're doing is actually just cleaning it up, getting rid of any dust and debris.
Yeah, I'm going to go around the perimeter edge of the glass with a Scotch-Brite pad just to ensure that any impurities or contamination on the edge of the glass is gone, so that way my primers and glue stick properly.
So improves the quality of the seal. That's good. Yeah, great. Is this considered an optional step, or is it just something that you do to be more thorough, or is it something that absolutely has to be done each time that shops should be doing?
They consider this to be optional with the new primers. The new glass primer, they say, has a cleaning agent in it that does this for you. We started doing this step probably 10 years ago because the primer that we used back then did not have a cleaning agent. So we decided, if it worked before, we'll continue to do it now. It slows you down a little bit, but it just ensures that any contaminants or anything on there is gone.
Yeah, you'd rather have the guarantee than rely on the promise of a detergent. Yeah.
Yep. So and when I'm done, you can actually see the area that I've described, and you can see the difference in the black versus where I haven't.
And you would do this for any vehicle glass, not just the windshield?
I do this for any part that's urethane in, whether it's the windshield, the back window, the quarter glass, any part that I apply glue to gets this process done to it.
So you can see the surface has been, you can see a slight difference in the edge there. Definitely can see that's been prepared nicely. Now I'll put a new molding on.
Each vehicle we do that the molding isn't designed to be reused, we put on a new one. There are the odd ones that go on with clips and stuff, and those ones are designed to be reused.
But in most cases, it's a new molding.
Yes.
Is that another area that shops sometimes cut corners? They'll reuse the old stuff like that?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, can't say for certain, but the cost of the molding these days are so inexpensive, it's pretty hard to justify not putting on a new one.
It would just be
expensive.
Just be sheer laziness, I guess, at that point. Yeah. And now what's that bottle that you're going to be using?
This is the body primer that protects any scratches on the pinch field of the vehicle. It also acts as an activator for the urethane, so any spots that the pores aren't open, this will open the pores, which allows the glue to bond to it. And it also, we put it on the top molding just to ensure that our glue holds the molding in place and it doesn't fall off down the road, which is a very common problem.
Very common?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you see a lot of vehicles driving around with their moldings flopping around on the roofs. That's just from the glue not sticking to the rubber properly.
And it could have just been as simple as a bit of prep.
Yeah. We started doing this probably about 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Whenever the product we're using changes without our control, it changes a little bit the steps on how we have to do things. So it's kind of like you have to a little bit relearn and trial and error and test, right? So we just found that over the years, putting it on a molding like that works.
All right, so now what are we doing here?
Now we're just going to apply the urethane. All of our primers have cured for the minimum requirement of 5 minutes. So I'm just going to apply my beaded glue and then we'll lay it in.
Great. I see that's a very healthy bead putting on there.
Your minimum requirement is 5/16 by 5/16. That's to ensure that the airbag operates correctly and your structural integrity for a rollover is correct.
So if there's not enough adhesive and you roll over, the windshield will actually come out of the car or can break a lot easier. Just doesn't provide the strength.
Potentially your roof will collapse.
Wow.
This is designed to give your roof a little bit of a strength.
So now that it's done, do you have to let it sit at all, or can you apply it right away?
You want to apply it sooner than later. You've only got a window of about 4 to 6 minutes to lay it in. How far off your top side are you? About 16 to a quarter? 8?
Those prevent the windshield from sliding down?
Yeah, you just hold it in place for the minimum of 1 hour that we need for it to cure.
And it's on just like that.
Set.
Now the last step is just to put on the side moldings again and
Yep.
sort of reassemble everything again?
Yep.
Okay.
Do everything backwards.